Hey there, everybody. I haven't really been thinking of subjects for baseball card videos for the last week or two. Kind of think about them sometimes, but I don't know. Just been taking a little break for the one or two people who pay attention and care. But anyways, I sorted through all my ticket stubs recently, so I figure I'm going to show some ticket stubs. I've had ticket stubs that I've kept over the years. They were, for a long time, they were just sort of like loose in this nightstand next to my bed, just kind of in this cabinet area, just thrown in there. And then at some point I sorted them by teams and put them in Ziploc bags. And occasionally I would look through them and find, oh, this is a significant one, and then just put it back in the bag. So I finally decided to take the sort of significant ones, some more than others, and put them, if they fit, into top loaders. And if you can see on the one that's on the screen right now, there's a paper that's behind, it's between the penny sleeve and the top loader, so I can be reminded what it is in some cases. And some of these are not that great and some are pretty cool. So these are the ones I put aside. There's going to be not just baseball, but other sports that I have here, and so on. So I'll just get to it. So probably most of my best ones are Angels and Dodgers tickets. Probably the Angels have the most significant ones. This one is April 8th, 1989. Yeah, Jim Abbott's Major League debut. I remember specifically going to that game because Jim Abbott was going to be pitching. So fond of that one because I was always a big Jim Abbott fan. Good pitcher, and seemed like a great guy. One of the biggest regrets is that my ticket from Mike Trout's Major League debut is just a print at home ticket. So it's just, on a printed out piece of paper. So I still have it, but I think anybody could kind of reproduce that, or it just doesn't have the same coolness or value or anything as a regular ticket like this. It's one of the things I miss about today's world. Two of these ones. This is maybe the best thing I have. This is from 1984, September 17th, as you can see. And these are both from Reggie Jackson's 500th home run game. I was at that game with my family. I don't think we were going to like every game once he hit 499. I don't remember how many games it took him, but I know we specifically were hoping, hey, maybe he'll do it tonight. He'll hit number 500, and he did. So, got my little Reggie 500th home run. Ad for Pup and Taco on the back. That might mean something to Southern California people. I guess this is one that maybe, I know people get tickets graded. These ones maybe are worth getting graded if I ever do anything like that. This one is American League Championship Series, Angels. It's ripped off, but it said versus Eastern Division champion, October, what is that, 10th? Or 10th, I guess. 1986. And I mean, I have very little recollection of this game and that I even went to this series. This is the series where Dave Henderson hit the home run against Donnie Moore in Game 5, and this was Game 3. So it says right there, Game 3. I guess I was at the game two games before that one, and it was a classic series, but I don't really have a lot of recollection, but it's a cool one that I have. And this one is Angels clinch AL West. Yeah, I remember being at that game. Angels clinched the AL West in 1986, same season. I think I remember joking with my friend that we were going to run onto the field and, do all that crazy stuff that fans do, but we didn't. We were sitting way up in the top deck and weren't going to do anything like that, but it was at the game where the Angels clinched the division. And my last Angels one, it's just Nolan Ryan Angels Hall of Fame, when he was inducted in the Angels Hall of Fame. I guess they had a ceremony. I'm getting old. It's over 30 years ago. I don't remember anything about that Hall of Fame induction, but it says it there, and that's when he got inducted. Dodgers. I think I have some of these out of order just because some of the Dodgers didn't fit in the top loaders well, so they're further down the stack. This game, people might know about this. This is the game when the Dodgers were winning 11-1 after 7 innings, and I believe 11-3 after 8 innings. And they gave up 9 runs in the 9th inning to the Phillies. Jose Offerman kept letting the ball go through his legs. From my recollection, my brother was like, let's just go, game's over. And I said, no, let's just stay for the whole game. And fortunately or unfortunately, we did. I remember driving back home and listening to the Dodger post game, and the Dodgers announcer Ross Porter just sounded like so depressed and despondent. It was a horrible game as a Dodger fan, but you can watch that on YouTube and see how they blew that game. Dodgers Division Series Game A, 1996, playoffs. Got another one, Game B. I'm not even going to show. It's from the same series. Dodgers Brewers. I tried looking up some of these. You look up the box score. This is the only weird odd number home run that I included because it's pretty high number and one of Fred McGriff's last ones. So Fred McGriff hit his 487th home run in this game for the Dodgers. I didn't even remember he played on them, to be honest. But I looked up the box scores a lot of these, and then if there were star players that hit home runs, I went to a page where you can look up their home runs by date to see if it was like their 100th home run or their first home run or anything significant. So I found a few of those. This one, I think, Nomar Garciaparra's 200th home run in 2006. This is Cubs at Wrigley Field. I just included one ticket from different ballparks I've been to. I don't have all the ballparks I've been to. Some of them probably just because I lost them or because they're just recent and it was like digital tickets. So not all the ballparks are represented, but I got to go to Wrigley Field in 1993. Padres, 1991. That's at their old stadium, Jack Murphy Stadium. I've been to the new one too, Petco Park, which is a great stadium. Oakland Coliseum, 1990. I think that's when I went up with my parents and my brother. In 1990, I went there one more time, a few, maybe 12 years ago or something. So anyways, that was going to Oakland. Oh, on to football. Rams-Colts. This was the first time that the Colts played with Eric Dickerson back in LA when all the Rams fans were bitter toward Dickerson. And I like Dickerson now. I mean, when I see him on a show, he seems like a pretty good guy, but wasn't really happy with how all that went down as a diehard Rams fan at the time. I'm not really a Rams fan anymore after they left. But this was Eric Dickerson's return to LA or Anaheim. Now the Rams won. This was the only Monday Night Football game I ever went to. If you're a Rams fan, you might remember this horrible game when they had a huge lead against the 49ers. I think they were up by 17 in the fourth quarter, and the Rams blew it. And the 49ers won, which was pretty typical of things back then. And my friend and I were sitting around all the 49er fans, and we were loving it until the last 8 minutes or so, and the Rams made all these horrendous turnovers and giving up huge plays. But, glad I went to it. Boston Celtics, I can't see that very well, hosting the Jazz at the Fleet Center in 1997. I went to a Celtics home game. Kings, Series C, home game 3. This is 1993. My hockey knowledge is rusty these days, but I believe that was the first year they went to the Stanley Cup Finals. This was Game 6 at home, which they won to force a Game 7, and then they won Game 7 in Toronto on the road. going to the Stanley Cup Finals, where they lost to Montreal, I believe, with the Marty McSorley stick incident. Another Kings playoff game. This was against the St. Louis Blues when they believe the Kings got swept. 1984 Olympics. Unfortunately, my parents, I was a kid, but we didn't take too much advantage of the Olympics being in LA. We went to this one basketball game, which was against not two powerhouse teams. It wasn't U.S. basketball. I didn't go to track and field and see Carl Lewis or anything like that, or go see Greg Louganis. I went with my friend's family to see the torch being run before the Olympics started, and then I went to this basketball game, and I still have the ticket. Dodgers, Braves. Let me see my note. Raul Mondesi, last home run of career, number 271. And I believe Mondesi was on the Braves. Last home run. Semi-exciting. Dodgers Division Series game, 2004. Division Series 2006. Another one of those. And then this was the great one. I need to put this in some kind of better holder, even though it's not in good condition already. But this is the 4 home run game, if people know what that one is. I believe at the time it was only the second time in Major League Baseball that a team had 4 consecutive home runs. They were in the pennant race, like a game ahead of the Padres, maybe tied with the Padres in September, so it was an important game. Again, the person I was with, which was my mom, after 8 innings said, let's just go. The Dodgers are down by 4 runs, and I insisted that we stay. And then they hit 4 straight home runs to tie it up, which is just amazing. I've never seen a crowd going so crazy like that. And then the Padres went ahead in the top of the 10th by a run, and then the bottom of the 10th, Garcia Parra hit a 2-run homer to win the game, which was just incredible. That's one of my favorite games I've ever been to. March Madness, that's the only March Madness game I've ever been to. Like first round in Anaheim, UCLA, who I'm a fan of, was playing somebody, I don't remember, but they won. I would love to go to Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, anything like that, of course. Been to Madison Square Garden once, Knicks Bucks 2003 with my wife, and Allen Houston scored 50 points, which was pretty cool. He was sitting on 48, and he made a shot, I want to say, in the last minute to hit 50. The crowd went crazy. That was pretty cool. Game in Washington Nationals. Oh wait, this is at Petco Park. Well, I've been to Washington Nationals home game. This one is in Petco Park when the Padres hosted the Nationals. I thought that was a Nationals home game. Last 3, this is getting long. Rose Bowl, January 1st, 1994, UCLA playing Wisconsin, when Wisconsin fans came out here in droves and bought out all the UCLA fans' tickets for crazy prices, and the whole stadium practically was Wisconsin fans, except me and a few thousand others. And unfortunately, UCLA lost. Then I went to the Rose Bowl again in 1999, and again, UCLA lost to Wisconsin. This one's really big. Rose Bowl, 93rd Rose Bowl game, 2007. I believe that one, I didn't even look it up, was Michigan, USC. And I'm just a college football fan. I'm a UCLA fan. But I got, it says 135. I think I got them from someone who couldn't go to the game last minute for like half price. So my brother and I went to the game. It's always fun to go to any bowl game, I think, but Rose Bowl is pretty exciting. So that's it. Some exciting ones, some all right ones, and see you next time.